Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird, wonderful world. And I have a wonderful subscriber. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is one of my loyal subscribers who has sent me a couple of awesome comments, and that would be Robert Harris 6727. Okay, now he made a request, but not only that, he offered to send me a CD of Voivod Build Your Weapon. He says it's a 2 disc CD, and he wanted my email. Well, he wanted my address, so I told him that he just email me, and so I gave him my address, and then so hopefully he'll be sending me the Voivod, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. So thank you, Robert Harris. I really appreciate you sending me that. I will treasure it, guaranteed. And yeah, I'm looking forward. I never heard that one before, so I wanted to, yeah. Like I said, I'll definitely appreciate it for sure. So he had made a request for because I had did a what I have and don't have for ACDC. He asked me if I could do one what I have and don't have for the Black Keys. And so right here in this little pile is what I do have for the Black Keys. But I made a list just like I did with ACDC. I have a full list right here. And so I'm going to be getting to that. And oh, that's the list for ACDC right here. It's all backwards because that's the other page. Whoa, don't want to spoil that for you yet. So what I don't have right now is that first album, the debut album is called The Big Come Up, and that's from 2002. I don't have that, but I do have the next album, the second album, which is called Thick Freakness. I do have that. It's an album I do need to listen to a couple more times. I have listened to the other ones a little bit more often. This is the newest Black Keys I own, but I do need to listen to that more. But I do remember. Excuse me. I do very much remember loving it, so I do need to give that another couple of spins. But then I have the next album, which is the Rubber Factory from 2004. Awesome album, awesome album. Couldn't tell you what the best songs on it or anything like that, but I know I know when you put it on, it's one of those This is a type of band you just put on and you can just let it play. There are songs that do stand out, and there's some later on that's coming up that do stand out. I want to point out that I do really absolutely love. And then there's the 2006 of Magic Potion. I do have that for sure. Yeah, it's good. And there's good stuff on that too. Yeah, again, this is something I do need to listen to a little bit more. Then I have their 2008 Attack and Release, which is pretty good. Yeah, the whole thing is good. Nothing really stands out that I can say, but I think the whole thing is really good anyway. So, but you cannot go wrong with any Black Keys album, regardless. But this was the first one I was introduced to, of course, and this is an album by the Black Keys. The name of this album is Brother. I love that when this CD heats up, the and you can just kind of almost see it reflected a little bit. That yeah, that black, all that black turns white, and the writings of the Black Keys and blah blah blah, all will show up. So that's a nice little cool feature. That's if you have a stereo that heats up a little bit once it plays. There's some stereos you might put it in and be all disappointed. It's like, hey, why isn't it lightening up? Well, because it has to heat up. If your stereo is not heating up, then it's not going to light up. But I love this album. And I mean, noteworthy, of course, is for, well, Tighten Up. Absolutely. Howling for You is always good. I mean, that debut song of, like the starting track of Everlasting Light, that's always a banger. I really like a 10 Cent Pistol, song number 9. I mean, Sinister Kid, The Go Getter, I'm Not the One. It just, yeah, the whole thing is just an awesome, awesome album. And maybe one of my favorites, if not, probably my second favorite, because I really do love Al Camino. Al Camino is an awesome album, and I love how it's called Al Camino. That every single part of the packaging, everything, even if I take out the book, it's just row after row after row after row after row of minivans, and yet they call it Al Camino, which is like, yeah, genius. It's genius. It's so artistic, you know. And I had bought this secondhand, and they had put a sticker on it that it was hard to get off, and it kind of made the slight blemish. But of course, I do have Turn Blue. I mean, the song Fever. Sorry, excuse me. The song Fever is the cool video for that. So that's a bit of a highlight there. So yeah. So I have that one, of course. And then of course, I have the next one of the Black Keys, Let's Rock. Let's Rock. Uh, High Low is always a really good one. I remember hearing that all the time on the radio, and it never got boring. Well, none of this gets boring. It's always a, yeah, always a good romp to have to listen to the Black Keys. So now, saying after saying that, I'm missing the last three of them: Delta Cream, Dropout Boogie, and Ohio Players, which came out in 2021, 2022, and then 2024 for the last one. So yeah, I'm only missing four of the actual studio albums. But then there's six EPs, and I have only one of them, which is the Chulahoma. Chulahoma, yeah, that that's what that is. So it's an EP. It's Black Keys. It's pretty good. I really like that. I need to play that more often too. So many of these albums I do want to play more often because they are so good. They are so good, and I only heard them maybe once or twice. Some of them I played more. I played Al Camino. Uh, I played Let's Rock and Brothers. Probably those three I played the most out of all. So I'll show you my list right now of what I have and don't have. Here's the list. So all the check marks, the red check marks, those are the ones that I have. And I put the dates of the albums right there in chronological order. You get, of course, these are all the studio albums. So there's 12 in all. Then you get six. You get six EPs. These are all the EPs. These are two live albums. Although the EPs, there's a lot. There's two live EPs. There's a live from Suma, and then the live EP. So these are also live. And then there's a tour rehearsal tapes, which would be pretty interesting. Which I don't have any of that. So like I said, I'm just missing the Big Come Up, the debut album, and then the last three, which I have seen, and I keep looking at it to pick it up, but I keep going to something else first, and that, like, I could have probably easy have picked up probably one of the three, but I ended up picking what I had in the last couple of weeks. But I'll be rectifying that. I will be looking, because I do at least want to get all of these first. I'll be looking into that. I don't know if I have to order it or not, but these three, I'm pretty sure I can find out in the wild. I bet you if I go to Sunrise Records, I find all three at a pretty decent price. So I may be doing that within the next week or so. We'll see. Yeah, I might plan that for the weekend. All right. And then once I do that, once I actually get a chance to play all those, at least all the studio albums, I'll do a, I will do a review and probably a ranking of the albums. Yeah, okay. So, all right, I'm just gonna let you go now. That's like I said, this was a request for Robert Harris. Again, thank you for sending me the Voivod. I'm looking forward to hearing that for sure. Absolutely. And if you watching this for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will greatly appreciate it and love you forever. Don't be afraid to hit the like button. There's nothing wrong with hitting the like button. Comment because I try my best to get to everybody's comments as best as I can. I'm a busy boy. And so I'm just going to let you go now. So everybody, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, morning, night, or afternoon, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.